All right. We are live, and I'm late as the son of a monkey, but for the My Part of Town podcast, which is the podcast all about Philadelphia. I love to open the show with the logo up so people can see it real good before I bring it down. Also, it works really good when we have the thumbnails for these live videos. It's kind of like this. You get a pretty good thumbnail. Let me drop this over. Where's it at? That ain't it. There it is. All right. My Part of Town podcast. I'm a senior person, aka Pop Call the Bad Boy. I'm gonna adjust my camera and that kind of stuff later when I get myself together. I don't know, but I'll deal with that later. Anyway, I'm gonna get set up on play some videos to get things started. I'm running late. I was pulling out of work, so I'm like, this is why I'm just like, my hoes better get my money, dog. Anyway, I'm tripping out. So that's fresh off of work, and I took a couple shots already. So let's get back to it. My Part of Town podcast. Our Philly bio of the week is Miss Veronica Hamel, who I believe is an actress and a talent and a beautiful lady. So we'll talk about her later. Look up some videos. I'm gonna get some videos going here. For the first 30 minutes of the show, it's really just videos and login time, sending links up to my guys. Get my shares, organize the show, because I run the show by myself, so I got to do a lot of the housekeeping at this point. So I always play a few videos of our stuff and other people's stuff, and we go from there. So let's see, we got, let me do this, that right there. Yeah. My banner up. Free Mondays. Let's go. What color should we go for today, guys? We had green the other day. Orange today, I think. I'm feeling orange today, guys. Let's do an orange today. Let's do orange. We're going to do orange today, guys. Do orange. That's right. And let's go with the classic style. I like the brown one. This is Wednesday, so we do roll on Saturdays. We do comedy on Mondays. Oh, I think this is like crappy comedy today. I don't know. Let's see that. So I'm going to just play a list of all the rap videos and stuff while we log in. We only got about 12 more minutes. I really came in the show late. But I always play some videos so I can get myself together, send up my links. So let's get this shared. Play these videos and get organized for showtime.
Victorious Day, feeling blessed in every way. God is advice, giving me life, health, and strength. When times are tough, I call the link. I stay strong and right. I stand up for the fight, and I say yes, I can. I can be a Christian man. I can do what He wants me to do. I stay cool, lifted. I'm uplifted, can't nobody bring me down. Lifted. I'm uplifted, my feet won't touch the ground. Lifted. I'm uplifted, can't nobody bring me down. Lifted. I'm uplifted, my feet won't touch the ground. No time for negativity, because I'm free. No holder holding me. No way, no way. Rising, yes, I'm rising. Climbing, yes, I'm climbing. To the top of life. No chains or strife. Overcoming every day. A warrior in every way. Give a glory to the Most High. Because of Him, I can fly. He made me fly, y'all. Hey! I'm flying. Thank you, Lord. I'm flying because of You. I'm uplifted. Yeah, lifted. I'm uplifted. Nobody bring me down. Lifted. I'm uplifted. My feet won't touch the ground. Lifted. I'm uplifted. Nobody bring me down. Lifted. I'm uplifted. My feet won't touch the ground. Lifted. I'm uplifted. Nobody bring me down. Lifted. I'm uplifted. My feet won't touch the ground. Lifted. I'm uplifted. Nobody bring me down. Lifted. I'm uplifted. My feet won't touch the ground. Y'all, it's time to get uplifted, y'all. I know y'all want to dance. Let's do this. It's time for you, my brother. Yeah. Let's talk about the 10 rules. Keep them like a good black tools. No God before one. No engraved rock, son. Don't take the name bad one. Sunday be the good fun. Dad and mom be the 1-1. Don't kill. No sex before it's real. Don't steal. Don't try to get a deal. Don't touch your friend's white beer. Lifted. I'm uplifted. Nobody bring me down. Lifted. I'm uplifted. My feet won't touch the ground. Lifted. I'm uplifted. Nobody bring me down. Lifted. I'm uplifted. My feet won't touch the ground. Lifted. I'm uplifted. Nobody bring me down. Lifted. I'm uplifted. My feet won't touch the ground. Lifted. I'm uplifted. Nobody bring me down. Lifted. Come on, y'all. Y'all like to dance? Touch the ground. Left, right to left. Left, ain't nobody right to left. Left, right to left. Left, right to left. Left, right to left. Left, ain't nobody right to left. Left, right to left. Lift your hands. Lifted. I'm uplifted. Nobody bring me down. Lifted. I'm uplifted. My feet won't touch the ground. Lifted. I'm uplifted. Nobody bring me down. Lifted. Are you really uplifted, y'all? I think we need to feel this. Just dance one time. Dance one time. I said dance one time. Dance one time. Said dance one time. Dance one time. Are you uplifted? Yeah. Come on. Get it. I see you. Lifted. Yeah.
Yes, cash shot and zero. Yes, Casey shot and zero. Yes, cash shot and zero. Yes, Casey shot and zero. Yes, cash shot and zero. Yes, Casey shot and zero. Hold my hand and just don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Hold my hand. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. You took love. As you make your love to easy me so long. You took love. As you make your love to easy me so easy. You took love. As you make your my hand and just don't let me go.
Jump, jump, bump, bump, move, shake, shake.
Hold my hand and just don't let me go.
Jump, 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 bump, move, shake, shake.
Hold my hand and just don't let me go.
Yeah. Baby girl, just come on with me. Lay down and grab your titty. Let me just squeeze your body. Let's do it, righty. Jump, bump, move, shake, shake. Take that body to the house and take your mouth down south. Suck me off and do it right. We get it down, we do it tight. Get it with our peoples, then we jump around and get it hype. Drink, smoke, pop a molly, take a toke. Have a good time with the hood, rub, have some fun and bounce it down now. Hold my hand.
Yes, cash shot them zero. 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 Hold my hand and just don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Hold my hand. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go.
Just moving left to right. Let's have some fun tonight. Let's take it to the club and have some fun and spend it up. Spend 100, spend 1,000. Do it cause we be on wild and north, south, west, east. Do it like a fucking beast. We grab your body, get it round. Jumping, get it down. Screaming loud, we falling down. Don't worry, bitch. Why? Yeah, we crazy, having fun. Don't you get to pull your gun. Keep it calm and show some love. Chill it out and hang with us. One time, do it right. Don't worry, keep it tight. Fall it back and lay it out and say, ooh.
Hold my hand and just don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Hold my hand. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Hold my hand and just don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Hold my hand. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go.
We ride out, man. We ride out, man. And all my homies ride out, man. Damn, the baby, we ride out. Yeah. I hear you call for help. That's cause my body's tethered with the fucking wells. I always do the feelings that you niggas felt. I like the heavy scissors cutting on that belt. I'm always ripping shit and keeping niggas tilt. I'm busting shots like I'm nigga Tony Dell. Tony wet and wildin', niggas he be stylin' like I'm from the city, Shining Island. Everything I see is on the pilot. Got my block babies out there tripping, clapping, hollering. Who your brother got about to get it back up on it? At the end of the truck, you know my word is always pointed. Coming just like a beat that plays some content. Yo, my niggas up the content. Of course the stupid shit is spittin', boy. Only for the righteous reason, yo, I'm making joy. Yo, my niggas call me on my certain days. B.A. nigga.
Get us the fuck up out of here, nigga.
God damn it, those fucking niggas get away every time that son of a bitch is behind the wheel, and I'm sick of this
Certain days, see, hey, or hey, follow. Make you run into the place, and when you're screaming, follow. Way too far from the place, shallow. Yelling, screaming for my niggas that be getting followed. Man, to the crib, bottom cop boys, snitch traders. Pimp fast niggas, that be rockin' gators. It's time for rearrangers of the druggy bangers. Time for trending on that spark, and now you're choking rangers. Check up all that bullshit, they ain't joking. Cause my baby's cooking, that's why my heart is broken. Think it was time for me to break this open. Ha, man, because we ride out.
never do my like that. And I will be just like you, you too, all of you. I want to be like everybody, even people I don't know I love you all.
We ride out, man, and on my mom, we ride out, man. Damn, the baby said we ride out. Yeah, the hard it takes to stop it. We ride out, man. Raw, man, we ride out, man, and on my mom, we ride out, man. Damn, the baby said we ride out. Yeah, the hard it takes to stop it.
Yo, pull up in the whip, baddest bitch on grip. Of course you hate it, you's a bunch of faggots. Pull up in the whip, baddest bitch on grip. Of course you hate it, you's a bunch of faggots.
Out the car, I'm jumping, looking cool as hell. You pussy niggas fuck with me cause I be that hell. That be coming fire, hit you like a lighter, smack it in your face, tell you that I'm sire. Be the God king, you better worry about me. Be the God's son, you better never doubt me. I'm busting shots from the head, better run and get me. And take it back to the crib and have your sister hit me. On the tip of my nuts, be the place she's sagging. Don't worry about that bitch ass cause it's fucking dragging. Got that pussy wagging like a dog tail in the breeze. All you bitch niggas never do it when it's fucking easy.
Pull up in the whip, baddest bitch on grip. Of course you hate it, you's a bunch of faggots. Pull up in the whip, baddest bitch on grip. Of course you hate it, you's a bunch of faggots. Of course you fucking hate it, you bitch fucking nigga. You hate real pussy and you hate real triggers. You never fucking popping, you never body dropping. You always acting in the corner, fucking steady whopping like it's 80s, nigga. Nah, dog, it's 2000 something. You better get your shit right, cause the guns is bumping. Got my niggas jumping down the street and getting wild. They always serving fucking fiends in the street style. You better worry about it cause it's coming to your house. We take it like the niggas take that coke down south. But don't worry about it, we always scream and shout it. I always do it for the rowdy niggas, never doubt it. Pull up in the whip, baddest bitch on grip. Of course you hate it, you's a bunch of faggots. Pull up in the whip, baddest bitch on grip. Of course you hate it, you's a bunch of faggots.
I get a fucking car and I look around. I see pussy niggas that be getting down. Fucking spending money on these hard bitches coming to the street and give me bread. I be wild bitches, serious, count about and get ready. Mrs. coming, all my niggas on the street, they steady running every kind of screwing. What the fucking government is doing? Always fucking hit my people, got them steady screwing. Living like the Jews in the only day they wow. Got fucking wild shit doing right now. Get it down for the people running to the God. Worry about my babies in the street living hard. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yo, pull up in the whip, baddest bitch on grip. Of course you hate it, you's a bunch of faggots. Pull up in the whip, baddest bitch on grip. Of course you hate it, you's a bunch of faggots.
Don't give a fuck. 3 hots in a cot, cops circle around the block. They forgot motherfuckers don't give a fuck. Take it all, everything I got, cause I'm gonna ball either from the bottom or the top. Don't give a fuck. My money ain't shit, my problems ain't shit, my cars ain't shit, my house ain't shit. Your money ain't shit, your problems ain't shit, your cars ain't shit, your house ain't shit. I'm looking down on anybody, but I'm high above them. Puffing on something, got a motherfucker bugging. Haven't paid a bill in months, I don't front, fuck them. On the boulevard, looking hard, just stunting like niggas on a motorbike. I'm the only prototype, making sure these hold it right, shining when I photo right. Nigga, damn, I can do a dance, how I'm loving life. Taking flight, I don't give a damn if my oven lights. Road to riches, nigga, nigga. I jump potholes and ditches, nigga, and had a snot nose and bitchin' niggas. Cause I can freeze without taking pictures with ya, and turn your record to a hit without a fucking trigger. Your boy don't worry about it, flow on autopilot. Fist of black pearls like I'm chillin' with a pirate. Run and hide your girls cause I'm about to kill the climate. Turn them into squirrels when I give them what they find it. Don't give a fuck. 3 hots in a cot, cops circle around the block. They forgot, motherfuckers. Don't give a fuck. Take it all, everything I got, cause I'm gonna ball either from the bottom or the top. Don't give a fuck. My money ain't shit, my problems ain't shit, my cars ain't shit, my house ain't shit. Your money ain't shit, your problems ain't shit, your cars ain't shit.
Yeah, it's time for me to get it. So funky think I shit it. Always been committed. Nigga ask the Lord and he tell you that I did it. Ain't no DAP kid, but I'm heavy pitted. Out there grabbing jobs just to motherfucking quit it. I like my pussy snugged and perfect hat fitted. Realest niggas always worry what it all about. Sipping on my shit, bring them things out. Out the James Brown ballin' hard. Intervention of detention for your mention. Call God, Bill Gates Street, internet heavy barred. I never follow everything I seen or what I saw. Rich live free, poor get taxed. Should Snoop Dogg. Man, fuck that.
Where the I'm gonna give you an offer you can't refuse. I'm not gonna pay for shit. You're gonna pay for everything, and I'm gonna collect all the money, even after I promise that I'll pay you. And if you wanna see it any other way, you can learn to walk with a limp.
40 hours a week, fighting through the smog. Living gangsta Fat Mac, 8 ball. Keep it quiet around my clique, we break jaws. You haters wonder why? Yes, not. I be the ranchula, you that old Kobe guy. I'm about to take what you fucking got.
Don't give a fuck. 3 hots in a cot, cops circle around the block. They forgot, motherfuckers. Don't give a fuck. Take it all, everything I got, cause I'm gonna ball either from the bottom or the top. Don't give a fuck. My money ain't shit, my problems ain't shit, my cars ain't shit, my house ain't shit. Your money ain't shit, your problems ain't shit, your cars ain't shit, your houses ain't shit. It's 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock up on the east, riding around like a beast, cause I'm looking for a freak. God, I spit lava from the sheets, got drama every week, like a stepchild, I put it to a beat. I do it, I be it, glad to have it. Not the wonder years, but yet for another savage. Niggas see my batting average. One of fucking Tarantino's bastards, holding bigger numbers than a raptor. I crush blocks, no contractor. Drink gin, climb up in and do my drugs after. I be fucking bitches faster. 4 doors, did it till it lasted. And I be dipping out, couldn't hear you over laughter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want those chips and yo chick up on my shit. You wouldn't think your rude boy hate to be so bent. Talking shit, you can fool them when I fix you with the lint. I got a better noodle when I gotta flip the script. Puffin' pip in my ride with a fucking oven mitt. Do admit I'm not the guy you want hanging around your homies. We'll find out real quick who's a rider, who's a phony. You're drinking with my shit, why these haters always horny? I don't know, that's the shit they do before they blow. It's that ice cream, you scream, ice cream music. How your wifey, hyphy, high beat music. You don't like me? Fuck you, like my music. It's that ice cream, you scream, ice cream music. You know ice cream, open bitches you scream. Hope you know that ice cream, open bitches you scream. Hope you know that ice cream, open bitches you scream. Hope you know that ice cream, open bitches you scream.
Yo, come around the corner acting biggie on my biggie, busting crazy shots just for my nigga. The politics is like a bit to me. It's time for murdering, breaking bitches' joke. It's time for turning in. We keep the body moving on the curve and verge of sin. Damn, here comes the urgent wind. The jealousy and hatred start to blend. I learned my lesson, dog, I'm fucking out. I'm back to crashing parties, ripping mics and stacking crowd. Got to get my car and back it out. And call a girl I'm really crazy about. And make it to work, which is cool, I will make it be you and you that I take. And got an extra one that's worth to the game. Triple teaming by them ladies that be screaming my name. Love my peace with no shame. If you around, you gon' lay. And once you see your great chain, ain't no future on the circle the can. Man, damn, the street marks flooded. Block is looking like a fish gutted. Still I'm rolling people on the few. The border cameras got us in the view. So the game advances. We take our shit up on the inside. Dodging bullets, yeah, we should have been died. Got you straight to colors, skin pride. But survival always be the guide. Like a surfer about to rip the tide. Like you ready for the journey, time to take a ride.
It's that ice cream, you scream, ice cream music. How your wifey, hypey music. You don't like me? Fuck you. Like my music, it's that ice cream. You scream, ice cream music.
Can you see that I am here now for you? And I'll be all you need. Cause you rock for Mr. C. When God comes down with the truth, flip and turn, ride and cry till you be Mr. C. Just ride and die on his feet. Don't you sleep, time to be family. Get with me. Then say, oh, now shoulda, coulda, would. That's gone now, yeah now. TV to tell us that we wild. Put it down and let it go. Gonna be your loving bro. We can grow strong and high to the sky. So why do we lie? That's the reason why I shot for good loving on the fly. Super guy, the reason why I say hood, you say hood, about the good in my hood. The season is always on this should change the way like a wood. Can't you see I'm here for you? We make you just say, what? Can you see? We make you just say, can you see?
Always worry about the cloning me to make a psycho racist super city. Bunch of dread blowing on that sticky. Got the devil like a little Nicky. Some niggas call me way up off the hippie because I'm life and death at the same time. In the cypher dog, I never spit the same rhyme. This flame bomb is always straight up blowing off. Have you in the corner blowing soft. Turn all the thugs into the bitches. Have your pussy holes with super stitches. Always claiming game and never riches. You the dogs ain't gonna change shit. All your helpers TV faking it. You're the reason why them kids having new kids. Babies popping out of youngest ribs. Poppy see you put your ass in crib.
Can you see? Then say, 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 then say.
I'm trying to get this fried chicken going, and I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna just let these videos play and try to get this chicken.
40 Triple D, 28 and 46 Rudy. You're fascinated, oh so fascinated. How my body takes your eyes for a ride. You're getting faded, oh so intoxicated. Off my sexy little TBS smile. Now lose control, don't fight it off. I got you now, against the wall. And now you can say no to me. I got you locked up without a key. Now take these off, don't pass your list. It's not an option, and I'm not waiting. Kill the lights, I'm gonna blow your mind. Don't try to run and hide. Tonight you're coming with me. Close your eyes, I'm gonna get you high. I'll make you come alive. Tonight you're coming with me.
Tell me some shit, huh? I got something to say, yo. Yo. It's your brother, got a brother, get my girl what she want. Like a ticking in the bed, it's time for smoking the blunt. That's a Maya, got the fire, time for lighting it up. Like I'm Tiger on the wire, keep my nuts in the cup. Baby Sophie always told me what the things she can do. Chicky bad, chicky hood, steady ride for the crew. Buenos dias to the bosses, where we yelling at you. Let's listen to what's a place and time for drinking the brew. Get on like some motherfucker, it's a party tonight. All my brothers grabbing, baby, ain't no time for the fight. Better drop the booty, mommy, just the way that I like. Body looking good and fighting like you joined the night. I know who Puerto Rico. Now my Mexicana people, take a baby to the body, yeah, we call it Eating Pico. It's the better making people, baby, won't you let me see you?
Kill the lights, I'm gonna blow your mind. Don't try to run and hide. Tonight you're coming with me. Close your eyes, I'm gonna get you high. I'll make you come alive. Tonight you're coming with me. I'm a good girl, silly boy, with a bad attitude, silly boy. I'm not gonna bite you, silly boy, that hard. Now lose control, don't fight it off. I got you now, against the wall. Now lose control, don't fight it off. I got you now, against the wall. Kill the lights, I'm gonna blow your mind. Don't try to run and hide. Tonight you're coming with me. Close your eyes, I'm gonna get you high. I'll make you come alive. Tonight you're coming with me. Kill the lights, I'm gonna blow your mind. Don't try to run and hide. Tonight you're coming with me. Close your eyes, I'm gonna get you high. I'll make you come alive. Tonight you're coming with me.
Yeah, that's right, y'all. It's Myrie and Mr. C. We gonna bring this nasty sound straight to your town. You better turn out them lights when we come through, cause we gonna bring it.
Straight. Huh. Yeah. Huh. Huh. Yeah. Yo, strike me down if I don't catch a mill off these beats. Strike me down if the city don't kill 10 cats a week. Strike me down if I can't get this paper to eat. Strike me down if I don't split the heads to the meat. Strike me down if I can't get this red paper's mud. Strike me down if I can't get the weed from my blood. Strike me down if I can't drink enough to kill pain. Strike me down if I can't stop them clapping these lanes. Strike me down if I can't stop the wars by the bush. Strike me down if you ever catch me sober, no kush. Strike me down if I can't keep Obama from Klan. Strike me down if I help Illuminati with plan. Strike me down if I can't get this rubber on first. Strike me me down if I can't get this lick, kill the thirst. Strike me down if you ever catch me acting like copy. Strike me down, can't keep my phone like Mr. Gaddafi. Strike me down.
Man, sometimes you just gotta put your hands up to the sky, give it to the Lord, give Jesus the steering wheel so he can take you to that place. And if it don't happen, it's just not my destiny. And it's guaranteed, nigga. So stand up.
Strike me down if I don't run the game like a Don. Strike me down like I'm getting money, chopper Guzman. Strike me down if my thunder chick ain't always the baddest. Strike me down if I get her ice to fuck her in Paris. Strike me down if the government fan don't cash out this game. Strike me down if I ain't selling swagger cocaine. Strike me down if I ain't always coming with power. Strike me down, never been the grill, baby face shower. Strike me down if I ever claim Republican power. Strike me down if I don't coach like Billy Mancower. Strike me down if your bitch ain't always leaving with me. Strike me down, we the future motherfucker you be. Strike me down if the block ain't filled with haters and freaks. Strike me down if it's worth the moving for a few weeks. Strike me down if I can't get this hustle off quick. Strike me down if I can't just detective you're dead.
Man, in this lifetime, life is just like a baseball game. You got 1, 2, 3 strikes before you out. And if we all strike out in the midst of this bad economy, we gonna strike out for every mother, woman, child, and man out there doing what they do. So you better fight hard, focus, and keep your eye on the ball of life, man. Or you really gonna have some problems down the road. Listen to your boy, it's Delta Fam, Winky G's, all kind of shit. And you better understand that this is for you and not for me, but for us.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. All right. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. All right. Say it again. Say it again.
Am the illest nigga ever seen. Mr. Call is Mr. Clean. Damn, every rhymer and the Superman. Yeah, yeah. It's your brother got a poppy call about to rip it. For my niggas that be down and shifted. I be rapping for the fucked up in the fucking gifted. Especially for niggas getting lifted. Time to straighten out that brain is twisted. All the words I spit are always missed it. Don't get knocked out by the double fisted. Mad about the money had and all the times I pissed it. Going fast and quick just like it's biscuit. Always know I'm loving on the thick chick. Dig so deep I make the body spit shit. Got the luck the way I shake and kick it. Every day is holiday and yo I'm shooting trick. With only perfect souls I'm leaving dick. Doing the sexy shit like shaving pussy with a shit. Yeah, it's your gutter man. And on the other hand, I'll be riding for my niggas that be shopping bland. Catching kicking cans for my man. Been Latin driver always turning sands. Super coverage like I'm on the win. Net area wide, yeah. Papa call it straight up, always glide. For my niggas that done died. For my mamas that's on cry. And my babies that's on slide. Yo, through that school system. And I know how they missed them. Messed up and fucking shit is distant. Yeah, didn't feel the pain so much. I'm feel it. Damn, I get so emotional by the end of the rhyme. I can't even like focus on this shit right. I'm the Superman. Yeah, just understand the complexity of how my Mr. College, Mr. Clean, all be at the end of the night. Can't you see? If this nigga ever seen Mr. College, Mr. Clean, I'm the Superman. Yo, if this nigga ever seen Mr. College, Mr. Clean, damn, every rhymer and the Superman. Yo, yeah. I'm about to bring it back. Best to hesitate and don't react. Don't make me use my God voice. Then make a God choice. Brain determined, get the beating that you fucking need. Hit your body with that magic speed. After fight, I straight up dropped my weed that I was smoking for this bullshit started. Sometimes I feel my people straight retarded because they loving everything themselves. Yeah, it's time to get that family wealth. Don't make me say this shit just for my health. When I'm always moving on my stuff. Put that hating shit up on the shelf. Ass beating, leaving many wells. Rock the y'alls and provide some help. Can you feel the feelings that I felt when I saw my young nigga melt from them hollows that hit his body? Got me wishing back for days of living lottie-dottie. Never on the back, but straight up chilling on the property. Yo, this shit has got me kinda sobbing. Mr. C, nigga, it hurts every time I do it, y'all.
Speak louder than words and I can hear y'all talking. I put a price on your head like a fucking auction and make you dig your own ditch and build your own coffin. I thought I wish you, I don't need a fucking whistle. I got money or you mad, cry your river, here's some tissue. Double XL, you niggas never been an issue. My kids nip your ass and bet nobody ever miss you.
Gutter, let's gutter shit, nigga. Gutter, let's gutter shit, nigga. Gutter, let's gutter shit, nigga. Let's believe my nigga gave these fucking niggas shit.
See, I got what you looking for. Coming out the dealership, box or C4. And I'm popping that shit raw. Coming through your door like it's Monday Night Raw. Rapping for that stack, coming straight back for more. Now I'm on that shit with that fucking wine pour. On the road to riches, getting money, swinging hollers. Booking on that shit, so I can see the fucking galaxy. Flying on this shit, flying high to the KFP. Something like an eagle. Spread my fucking wings when I'm on some other shit. I think like Shaolin, studying my technique. Kick you with that flow. Hit you with that shit cause you a G, I fucking show. I hit you with this shit to let you niggas see a flow. And now I see a FO, 9210. Feel a nigga when I'm coming for that party, here we go. Coming for that dope, I'm coming for that paper. About to fucking break in, got to fucking make it. Come and give it up. Just like a whore on a fuck 12 o'clock night, we can get it more. Late night, it's like on the night shift. Fuck around and watch me pop it off and hit it off in this bitch. Wanna talk like they got it locked, cock it back, bang, got. You know how we do it every day, these niggas call cops. 9/11 ass nigga, I ain't talking about September the 11th, them niggas going to heaven. Fuck y'all niggas, I'm coming with things out. These niggas is talking shit like they wanna be ganged out. I ain't blood or crip or blood. Fuck y'all niggas, I told you niggas I'll pop you with slugs. It no matter how you see it, cause I'm automatic with it. I ain't give a fuck about you niggas, I'm about my business, nigga. Please, don't make me squeeze what you want ease. Niggas tryna fuck around with these niggas from these streets. East sider, say what you wanna, but you won't survive tonight. Nigga, it's murder by numbers. Niggas, I'm making numbers. Fuck around, watch me come up like clap, like the thunder. Nigga, it's getting kinda crazy. Niggas talking like they real. Bunch of crack babies tryna fuck around with the bill.
Yeah, chilling with the fucking bill. Mr. C is super nigga, drunk and fucking ill. I'm leaning off the gin and I come fucking trill. I do it for my niggas, call me Tide Pinker. Cause you're catching things like a drinker. Get so much brain, bitch, call me fucking thinker. Got my main straining. Mr. Call the super nigga, have your blood draining to the floor. It treat you like a hooker or a nigga. Owe me dollar cause I never scream and holler for them niggas. Uchi wallet, poppy collar, make you follow. Damn, die in your fucking lie. Mr. C is super nigga, be that black guy. I smack a bitch in the eye cause she owe me money and that pussy. I always make her body screaming cause it's heavy gushy. And I smack a bitch in a fat chunky tushy cause I'm steady bugging. Mr. C is thugging off, the brain is freestyle. The poppy call the super nigga, call it me style. I be wild on the block. I got them niggas tucking Glock and throwing rocks at tanks. Yo, I do it for my niggas and they saying shit thanks cause they give it to that poppy color setting them free. And I do it for my niggas best to call me to see. Or I break you down and take you down and make your ass pee.
My nigga me,
Straight out of the gutter, type of brother that'll shoot at your brother. Scoop your baby mother, smother. Have a bag, my butter, my mag, a lot of words when I'm out of words. No rap, my real clap. Check my rap sheet. I stack heat 350, 65 days a week. All I do is reinvent myself. So many hits, I'm like a fiend. I need help myself. Spend hot shit, gasoline, I can melt myself. Profit off a bean, I'm about my wealth. God, if it's this game, I ain't by myself. Just apply myself so I can buy myself. Top shelf, I'm straight. Like a hot dope, 88 ground felt since 88. Flow heavyweight till my soul levitate. Fuck gold, I'm at a platinum pace. Keep the magnum just in case a nigga want his phantom lace. Catching while he coming out the tanning place. And damn his face, cause the mag got a hell of a kick. And I know niggas mad, I got a hell of a spit. When I was back to a hell of a fit. Made a vow to blow before I'm out of my 20s. Had one to go, now I'm 30. So you know I'm in the studio hitting a boot for like I used to hit niggas coops up. Gotta get this loot up. Game like a new smut that I gotta dig out. I've been hot ever since they took Big out. Pop 2, hip hop's official. I used to pick locks with issues, smoke rocks with pistols. Now I make beat rocks, see yo, this move.
I done too much to turn back, and I done too much to go on. guess in the end, it all catches up with you. My grandpa asked me one time if I care whether I live or die. Yeah, I do.
I take a pull. Don't be so spectacular that I make your body leave drool. And every fucking thing I say is steady on the cool. Adventure is like you're plucking another fucking wool. And all the money holders out there making all the rules. All that messy taking play, I gotta make a twist. No more slowing up the throwing up my nigga this. Movie quickly cause you're feeling this. That unity for unity is what you fucking miss. Small Kobayashi, lay it praying to that Hachi Tachi. Got the bitches screaming Hachi Machi. Why don't you put your eyes and set and watch me? How you wanna play it?
That's where I am every night and every day. That's where I am every night and every day.
Yeah. Walking on the wire like it's showtime. Matter of fact, it's go time. Back across the board, you can follow if you wanna. See shorty trying to holler, talking about $1. Love me long time, but I wanna see tomorrow. Tijuana dreaming, margarita fiending. Women so friendly that they wanna see my semen.
All right, it's game time. Sorry, you guys, I'm in so late for the show. I came off late after work. I had to get my fried chicken going, and I had to shake and bake it. And it's cooking right now, and it smells so good. I wish you guys could smell it. I'm air frying some chicken. Going to crush that in between breaks. So welcome to the My Part of Town podcast. I'm Mr. City Enforcer, a.k.a. Poppy Calder Bad Boy. Today's Philly bio of the week is Miss Veronica Hamel. We'll do her biography later, show some videos and things about her towards the end of the show. We always do this show in multiple segments. I typically do a sports review of Philadelphia sports, a news review of current Philadelphia news that is going on at this time. I may have an editorial section where I go for the more of the entertainment side. If anybody chimes in the chat or calls in or wants to get the link so we can talk, or even if some of my guest hosts do show up, I think they're either asleep or out in trouble right now. So to get that started, in between each section, I'll play a couple of our comedy skit bag videos in between each section, so I can take a little break since I'm alone. And let's check out our first section, which is going to be the let's go with sports right now. As I mentioned, I also want some background music because we don't want any dead air while I'm looking things up. So give me a moment here. Love you guys. And thanks for anybody that is watching. Share, subscribe, check us out every week. I love to interview people. I will interview anybody. I don't care who you are. I want to learn about you, your city, and where you are from. Because every city is a real city when you're from there. And if you learn about it, you got good food, you got good friends, you got good family, and every city's a real city. So let's get up some, I'm going to go do my first Philadelphia sports investigation here. One moment. My loves. I need an assistant. Okay, here we go. Get that share up because we go while we fly. Here we go. All right. So just to speak on the Eagles, we're about to start the season. Looks like our first game coming up is going to be against the New England Patriots. So we're going to take on the Pats, Bill Belichick and the boys, see if we can kick their butts to start off the season right. I have no idea how to read point spread and stuff, but I think because we're in negative, that means we're good, and that means they don't. I don't know. I never understand these numbers at all. There's a few injuries on our team. They got a few injuries on their team also. Vontae Parker, wasn't that our? Oh no, that's the nigga from Miami. Never mind. Josh Joby, Isaiah Russ. 2 of our corners are down, which is kind of sucks because that means that our defense might be hurt. And that's our schedule. So the Patriots, next we play the Colts, Cleveland, Baltimore, Kansas City. So we're playing a lot of the AFC. Oh, that was last year. What the fuck? Okay, I'm getting pissed off. What is the schedule button? The score schedule. There we go. And so, okay, that's the upcoming game. Okay, they don't have the full schedule. I don't want to go through it. But we're very excited about the Eagles. We went to the Super Bowls and lost. And then we're going to try to go back and win. We have a really good team. We should be the best team in the NFC. Ooh, the Giants in New York are starting it off. Oh, please, Giants, beat the fucking Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys. Fuck the Cowboys. So that's the Eagles right now. Let's check out other sports, such as baseball is going on right now. Let's check out the MLB, and let's go to the stinking Phillies and see what's going on with our babies. Doesn't look like we played. Oh, here we are. We played today and we won. There we go. Let me go to our team page. So we are 7th in the league in batting, 9th in runs, 11th in earned runs, 8th in whatever whip means. We're doing pretty good. We just won a game today, 5-1. So it looks like we're in great shape. Let's look at the standings. Well, as of right now, we are trying to get the wild card. So as of right now, we are the #1 wild card team. Ooh, shit, it is close. So the Chicago Cubs are only 1 game out. Actually, they're 3 games. They need 1 win, and we're 2 losses. So we're 2 losses ahead of them and 1 win. So we have to stay 3 games up so we can get the wild card spot to get into the playoffs, which Philadelphia, the Cubs, and Miami are in. But Arizona, Cincinnati, San Francisco, they're all trying to get in. So actually, correction, it's not the Cubs we're worried about. It's Arizona, Cincinnati, and San Francisco. And we just got to hold on and have more wins than all these guys, and we'll be in the playoffs, and we'll get a chance to fuck the Dodgers over and beat them, because all the people in LA hate me because the Philadelphia Phillies, we always kick the Dodgers' ass in the playoffs. Shout out to the Phillies kicking the Dodgers' ass. Dodgers, you suck. Anyway, those Dodgers, man. NBA. Let's check out what's going on with the stinking Sixers here. Because Joel Embiid's acting like he's. Oh, so Joel Embiid was acting like. So let's look at some of these news reports. James Harden responds to reports about his sacrifices. James Harden is a lazy bitch. I have seen him 3 o'clock in the morning coming out of a club before a 10 o'clock game out here in LA. James Harden's a piece of shit. Allegedly. Just want to say that. The Sixers are going to bring back Danny Green. Danny Green runs real funny. You ever notice how he runs with his hands all funny? Oh, okay. You know, Danny Green, you're very awkward. He runs with his hands like that. Danny Green runs really funny because I noticed I just didn't have my picture up all this time. Let me see what the news report one looks like, because nobody needs to see what it is. I'm probably more important to see than the shared screen. So I'm going to do it like that. So we're going to bring back Danny Green. Embiid is giving the Sixers that he will stick around. James Harden and Daryl Morey is acting like bitches. Nick Nurse is sick of them acting like bitches. And also, you see that fried chicken? I too am making fried chicken. It is cooking as we speak. It's gonna be so good. Who else we got? We add a well-known face to the bench. So I think Danny Green, it helps. Yo, this guy right here, David Duke Jr. I don't know if you guys know who David Duke is. Back in the day, David Duke was a white guy that was a KKK member that became a congressman. I think he must have fucked a black lady, because who the hell is David Duke Jr.? But we got a contract with him. But I think he actually is good. I remember seeing his highlights, and now he was really tearing up. Let's see what else we got going on in sports. Does the WNBA have a Philadelphia team? Yeah, now let me put the standings of the WNBA. By the way, if you like tall, beautiful women, go to a WNBA game. These broads look good. I'm not going to take that from these broads. No, so it's only New York, Connecticut, Atlanta, Washington, and Chicago have teams. Vegas, Dallas, Minnesota, LA, and Chicago. There's no teams. That's why nobody likes the sport. Yo, they need to let these bitches start dunking. Okay, WNBA's done. So we did baseball. Let's see what's going on with hockey. And our Philadelphia Flyers, the Broad Street Bullies. Had a shitty year last year. The Flyers are not concerned. Don't. 7 most obscure Flyers records. Let's look at this, guys. Let me continue reading. These are the 7 most obscure Philadelphia Flyers records. The shortest Flyers tenures, 1 minute. So a guy was on the team for 1 minute. Forward Brian Westberg has such a short NHL career that it'd be pretty hard to beat. His lone game in the NFL, he managed a total of 108 of official ice time. Somehow he managed to be on the ice for a goal as well as a record for a fighting. So he was on the court, a field for a goal and a fight. Do you know how many people play their whole career, never get in a fight or ice for a goal? And they won the game. Brian Westenberg is the greatest Flyer player in history. He's a winner. Most single season shorthanded goals from a defenseman, 7. Ooh. A relic from the 1980s hockey is incredible rate which goals have been scored. Players of today cannot dream, blah, 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 blah. Oh, Mark Howe had 7 shorthanded goals as a defenseman. Excellent. Most starting goaltenders in the city. We had 8 goaltenders back in the day in the year 2018, 2019. Apparently there's a nose hair commercial. But we had in 2018-19 8 goaltenders. Most single game shots without a goal, 14. Oh shit, this happened to Eric Lindros. In March of 1996, Flyers phenom Eric Lindros must have had an urge to fire as many shots as he could. Not only did he set a record for the most shots on goal in a single game, he also did it without burying a puck of his own. So he could not score. Took the most shots, never scored. By the way, Eric Lindros was 6'6". He was 6'8", wearing those skates. That's a big white boy. He struggled, and he actually had a very long streak. Wow. I never knew Eric Lindros had a streak, but I remember when we were mad at him, and I bet you this was the time. Oh my God, they were 20 and 40 and 8. We sucked. And he had 34% of the shots, and we were losing. Get your shit together, Lindros. Stop fucking hoes. Well, I guess that's over. It was 1996, right? So that's good. Worst career GAA 27-27. That goes to Martin Houle, who apparently sucked. Highest single game shooting percentage, 200%. 45 years ago, in 1977, this is when I was 2 years old. In a game against the Capitals, the center Bobby Clark scored 2 goals, only despite it finishing the game with 1 shot. If a player draws a penalty while they have a clear path to the empty net, they get the goal, but they don't technically have a shot. Wow. They had a 200%. That's dope. Most single game goals with the win. A goaltender gives up 8 goals in a game. A loss comes with it. Well, lucky enough for Pete Peters, his first name is Pete, his last name is Peters. He gave up 8 goals in 1982 when I was 7 years old against the Calgary Flames, and we still fucking won. I guess it might have been. And we won 9-8, 17 goals. Wow. And that's a good pace from the Flyers. What other great sports and sports moments do we have? One moment, guys. All right, that looks good. All right, let's get out of here. And so let's check out. So I try to keep it pattern. It's 9:45. I'm gonna call this break time. I'm gonna play some of the comedy videos from our Skip Bag page. They're very professional, high quality, much better than I am. If you like my rap videos, I don't know if you like the little notes in my hat. But I'm gonna play some videos. I'm gonna take a break. My chicken is finished. I'm gonna check on it, and let's get these Skip Bag videos up. And you guys can check these out while I take a break, and then we'll come back. I think we'll take a 15-minute break because I'm by myself, right? So we'll bring those videos up for Skip Bags, play a bunch of videos from the Skip Bags fam for 15 minutes, and then come back to our next segment, which will be Philadelphia news reporting, and then we'll take a break. Then we're going to do my stuff of the week, and then our person of the day. So we have 3 more segments. But right now we're going to bring up videos. Okay. Internet, stop being aggressive with me. All right, I got them up. Let's make sure I share.
Where is he? Here we go. Keep the pace. This way. Oh, we're gonna get that son of a bitch. No ticket. Yes. Mate. God. Where is it? There he is. On the ground now. Right now. This is the man. Right now. I need more Pokeballs. God, we have Pokeballs. No, son of a bitch. No. Hey man, how you doing?
Good. How you doing? Left the other music on. Sorry about that, guys.
Good. Ha! Here you go. I got it. Oh. This is some good shit. Really good shit.
It's no surprise. The apocalypse is upon us. And let's be honest, shit's about to go down.
Having been trained by the likes of M. Bison and Sagat, who better to show you the skills and technique for survival than from someone who has lost it all.
At Brad's Apocalypse, you too will learn the ways of
the Siamese ninja, the Himalayan fucking the Korean human sacrifice, the China ninja star, and the most important skill of all, American wisdom.
So if you lack the physical strength to outstand Korean drones, zombies, even your neighborhood crackhead, join Brad's Apocalypse. Your life depends on it. Call 188-APOCALYPSE. It's an Arby's number, but they know me.
All right, perfect.
Oh shit! Yes! Yes! Hey, shit is definitely popping off now. This calls for a celebration. Random friend, order some pizza.
Wait a minute. You know, every time you order, it take like 2 hours, yo.
Yeah, man, you right. Au contraire, we can just get my white guy. What white guy? No. My white guy.
Hey guys. All right, what's the situation?
White guy. We need to get some pizzas over here, but we need it here in white people time.
No problem. How's it going? Yeah, we're gonna need 3 medium pizzas over here. If you can do that for us. Hey buddy, how you doing, man? Hey, hashtag White Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you think you get 3 pizzas over here for us? Hey man, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, 15 minutes and they're on the house.
White guy does it every time. Oh, wait. Tell me more.
1-800-WHITE-GUY. Assists in talking to white girls who don't date black guys yet, seating at restaurants, acquiring loans, buying condoms, run-ins with the police, moments of sympathy, hitchhiking, finding the remote, even the cure for AIDS. Just ask Charlie Sheen. That's right, 1-800-WHITE-GUY. White privilege for everyone. And he doesn't sleep. He runs off of pure white power.
All right, fellas, we need to get this pool dug out by 3 p.m., so no slacking like usual. You hear?
No prob, Rick. We're on it.
All right.
Hey, is it true that we're digging on an ancient burial ground?
Yeah, I think Brad's right. I think this is an ancient Tokioli tribe's ground.
Look, I don't care what we're digging. I would dig up my own grandmother if I got paid for it. You hear? We two get down there and dig. You know, I hate smoke. It's the absolute worst. Jesus Christ. How's it going, morons? Going good, Rick. Thanks, man.
Yeah. He's a nice dude. Yeah. Sky, whoa, I found something. Oh. Whoa, like an old-ass pipe.
Whoa. Hey, there's still some green in there.
Do you think we should... Okay.
Ahoy there! You've awakened the great Genie Bunyan, and I'm here to grant you 2, 3 wishes.
A haunted genie?
It's awesome.
Now, isn't it crazy that I came through that pipe, through both your lungs, and now I'm floating here?
Oh, dude, you got your mind blow juice on my hat.
Sorry.
I know, crazy, right? So what's your first wish, my masters?
This is you, man. This is you.
Okay. Genie, we're tired. We'd like a 10-minute break.
You shall have that, as you wish, my masters.
All right.
Are you kidding me? You wasted one of your wishes on a damn 10-minute break? Why didn't you ask for $1 billion? You would have never had to work again.
Oh. Yeah. Thanks for looking out, Rick. Man, you're smart.
I've granted your first wish. Now, what shall the second be?
Well, Genie, got some suds, and we're a little hungry. So for our second wish, we wish for a 6-inch, 12-inch meatball sub. Nice save. Thanks, man. Yeah.
Your wish is my command.
Whoa! Will you just shut
The fuck up? You just wasted 2 wishes on complete bullshit.
Oh, you know what, Rick? Why don't you take a hit off of it, and then you can have 3 wishes of your own.
Oh, nice, man. Share it.
Are you idiots not even going to use your 3rd wish? You guys are dumber than I thought.
Oh my God, we had a whole nother wish.
Dude, for always looking out for us, we wish that Rick never has to breathe in smoke
again.
Your 3rd wish.
Because you hate smoke,
no.
Rick.
I need smoke to make my own wishes.
I don't think it's working. Right?
Peace,
I don't
bitches.
think it works like that, Rick.
Rick, man, we got to get back to work.
Yeah, it's been 10 minutes.
Yeah, and we got to get this pool done by 3, so we can't slack.
That's
Your
right.
own rules.
Yup.
And take your pants off, man. Stay a while.
Yeah, dude.
All right. It's the Skit Bags Fast 5 with my man JD, the Godson, sticking and moving with the Rock M&B on his shirt. So you ready for the Fast 5 questions, JD?
Let's do it.
That's what I'm talking about. So what's your personal style of comedy?
I'd say influence of improv, on the spot, in the moment, with the God.
That's what I'm talking about. So who inspired you to be in comedy? Is there a particular person that set you off in the game?
Of all the people, ultimately, right now, I would say Jim Carrey, definitely. Wiry, phenomenal, physical.
Great. And what would you tell a new stand-up comedian coming up in the game?
What would I tell him?
Yeah, what would you tell him?
If you got the courage, keep going up. Don't be afraid to walk off when you're done. Don't be afraid, even if you got 3 minutes and you only had 2.5, just walk the fuck off. Just keep grinding, keep grinding, keep grinding. If you really mean it and you really mean it, you're gonna do it. You're gonna keep doing it. That's what I would say. Just
Hammering away. That's what I'm talking about.
anchor it.
That's what I'm talking about. Where you from, guy? What part of comedy put you in the world? What's your style? What would you say it again?
Seattle, Washington is where I'm from. 206. We got Joel McHale represent for us. We got Kyle Catan for Chris Catan, for example. But I want to be the first person that's from Seattle that is improv, and improv is my jam. So all of my comedy is improv.
Excellent,
Everything.
excellent. By the way, I saw Chris Catan walking down the street looking wild a little while back. Anyway, so why don't you give me 6 words that begin with S?
6 words that begin with S. Super, superior, standard, supplementary, successful,
One more.
sexy.
Yeah.
Sexy.
That's right.
Sexy.
Sexy. JD,
Sexy.
that 6 words begin with us. The Skip Bags Fast 5. You killed that shit. Yo, you got anything you want to tell people in the social media world about you?
I love you. Welcome to the future audience. Look forward to the future player when he's on Saturday Night Live. And then we will all be together in the future.
Where can they find you, JD?
You can find me on Instagram, future_player_JDK. Future_player JDK. That's me.
That's what I'm talking about. The JDK killing the Fast 5. Got the 6 words. Doing the Skip Bags Radio. Street Team Entertainment. We fucking with it. The thing don't show at the Comedy Store. Break it down. We out. The dog.
Whoop whoop.
So it's Skip Bags Radio. We out here. It's Mr. C, the Enforcer, with Rob Patillo. We about to give him the Fast 5 questions from Beantown to LA. You ready for the Fast 5, Big Rob?
Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. So what's your personal motivation for doing comedy?
Arting, collecting people and friends, and having a nice scene that I can be comfortable in. Look at me. I mean, eccentric. I need to be around people who are creative types.
That's what I'm talking about. And what would you tell a new stand-up comedian coming through the ranks?
Get comfortable with a scene around your city if you can at first, because usually that involves friends, community. You can fall in love with being creative and then come out here, get the shit kicked out of you night after night. Fight on the mics. They're like the Russian Depression lines in the 20s. Everybody thousands of miles waiting for 3 unpaid minutes, and you fight, and you're going to be hostile, and they're going to find out everything that's your weakness. It's like Sith Lords.
That's what I'm talking about. A sunny day in California. How would you describe your style of comedy?
Real time. I mean, I get off in real time with creative. I love when my friends are getting off in real time and creative. And yeah, if you can do that on a show, then the audience gets off, and then afterwards becomes so much fun.
That's what I'm
So much
talking
fun.
about. That's what I'm talking about. And who would you say is your inspiration to do comedy?
Andy Kaufman. I'm completely blown away. I performed for his family. I wrestled the greatest woman of all time, China. I had his manager, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. I love Andy. I mean, so much. He's just gorgeous.
That's what I'm talking about. So, Rob, give me 6 words to begin with S.
Skit bags.
1.
Special.
2.
Serendipity.
3.
Sacred.
4.
Simply.
5.
Swan.
6. That's right. 6 words to begin with S. Rob Patillo killing it. That's what I'm talking about. The American education system works. In towns, find us in the spot. Yo, Rob, you got anything to say to the people before you get out of here? Social media, what you doing? Any trouble you want to start?
Yeah, if you want to go down a crazy wormhole, just type hot dogs and applesauce onto YouTube.
That's right. Hot dogs and applesauce. Fast 5. Thank you for doing it, Rob God. We out. Skitbags Radio. Dash Talk X. Late nights. Guys, back in the game. Here we are again. We're into our next segment. For this particular segment, you know what? I'm gonna switch up music because we got the I want to give some variety. I'm gonna do night driving for this segment. Anyway, this segment is our news segment, Philadelphia news. So let's look up Philly news today. We'll check out a few news stories. I'll read them over, and then I'll give my commentary. All right, here we go. Put NBC 10, see what they got going on. Let me bring this up so you guys can watch me sift through a little bit. Oh yeah, also I should make the big window. I do it like this, but I think people like to have you on screen too. They're like, oh, why don't you cam up? Okay, I'm cammed up. Get off my dick. My Part of Town podcast, let's check out some Philly news. You guys probably can't see it too good because it may be small unless you got a big screen. But some of the current stories right now, it said that a killer escaped the Chester County prison. You know what? Let me give some credit to these guys right quick. And then I'm gonna play some of these videos. One moment, guys, so you can hear them and hear the stories too. One moment, guys. All right, there we go. Let's play some of this video so you guys can hear about this weird story.
Said Cavalcante is the second prisoner to escape from Chester County Prison this year.
And police have released new video showing how he was able to break out of jail. And you can see Cavalcante approach a small hallway right there before scaling up the wall. He then goes through the razor wire across a roof, jumps a fence, and through more razor wire before he finally gets out. This all happened on the morning of August 31st. The warden says the prison was not locked down until an hour after he escaped. Then authorities started their search, I should say. Surveillance cameras in the area captured the criminal. And on Saturday, a residential camera caught him on the 1800 block of Lenape Road in Pocopson Township, just 1.5 miles from the prison. One of the next sightings, same 2 days later, from a trail camera near Longwood Gardens. The video shows him shirtless and carrying a backpack as he moves through a heavily wooded area. And that brings us to today. 7 days into the search, Skyforce 10 is overhead as authorities work to track down Cavalcante. And NBC 10's Deanna Durante is live in Westchester with the latest details. Deanna.
Well, a series of security breaches led to this escape, according to prison officials. As you said, this is the second escape this year, the second one since May. And prison officials say a number of security patterns were in place, but clearly it was not enough. They also say a guard missed the convicted killer getting off the prison grounds. Video released today shows 34-year-old convicted killer Danilo Cavalcante scale a wall.
Nice.
Prison officials say it was quick, too quick for guards monitoring video footage to see. From there, Cavalcante made his way outside the Chester County Prison.
At 8:51 a.m., Cavalcante escapes from the prison, having crab walked up a wall, push his way through razor wire, run across a roof, scale another fence, and push his way through more razor wire.
And past a guard tower, where a guard was monitoring the prison yard where the inmates were.
As we develop information into this, we are certainly going to look at what the actions of that tower officer were, why he didn't observe what was occurring in that yard.
The guard now is on administrative leave. Cavalcante isn't the first escapee this summer. In May, another inmate managed to climb that wall, get to the roof, and get out of the prison yard. He was caught minutes later because the guard in the tower saw it and called for backup. Cavalcante was not discovered missing for an hour after he was already on the run.
Nice.
Cavalcante has clearly already obtained some clothing and unknown other supplies, and we want to minimize any opportunity to obtain anything more.
Despite sightings, police say he's managed to stay on the run now for 7 days, eluding police and surviving in extreme heat. The heat is hurting search efforts, police say, as trained dogs are affected by the heat, and some of the equipment isn't useful. But state police say when it comes to those in the area, keep your eyes opened and your doors locked.
Residents can expect to continue to see large numbers of law enforcement officers.
I'm looking at the videos
and traveling to and from assigned locations. We continue to ask for the public's help by familiarizing themselves with the photograph and description of Cavalcante, to check security cameras they have, and to call us immediately if they
you're
believe
smart
they may have
enough to
seen
learn how to
Cavalcante.
eat like stuff that grows.
Now, police at this point are not saying if they believe Cavalcante has gotten any outside help, if they believe any of those inmates assisted in his escape. We did ask, we saw people in the video, if they were possibly trying to distract the guards. They say that's all part of the investigation. They do tell us that in their searches, they have found items along the way in their search perimeter, but yet they can't tell us if those items belong to Cavalcante or not. The main thing here for people in Pennsbury Township, where that search perimeter exists right now, if you see anyone suspicious, call police right away. Reporting live in Westchester, Deanna Durante, NBC 10 News.
Where they got the which one jiggies at? Let me go back because this thing is acting stupid. Let me hit this again. All right, so we got that story. What else we got? Gun violence for overcome traumas of this other victim. Nope. Philly capping. Like, why? That's all family sees chances after a cop kills a shoplifter. Let's look at this. It said, like, why? That's all. Let's check it out. You're not a genius, asshole. You have a commercial. Like, why? That's all. A family sees answers after a Del State police. So there's a black school called Delaware State, which is in Dover or Wilmington. It's like an hour and something from Philly. I went up there to try to have intercourse with the woman before. And we had intercourse, but I was terrible in the sack. But let's check out this news story. Shout out to NBC 10. Oh, I fucked it up. Hold up. Let me get out of here. I fucked it up. I'm going to pause this. So I got the wrong window up. Let me close that. I have to share this window. Man, I'm telling you, I really need an assistant. So, if there's a white woman out there that likes a black guy, come on and date me so you can run the channel for watch talk. Anyway.
Yeah, Johnny, the shooting happened on this road just behind me. We are just behind that Rose Home Food Center. Now, Jackson's family describes him as a loving father. They say he was not violent in any way. They say today they have just as many questions as they did last Thursday, the day he was shot and killed.
I just want justice for him. And I just want answers as to, like...
The family of Tremaine Jackson is calling for transparency from the Delaware State Police. Thursday marks a week since troopers shot and killed the 28-year-old outside a Lowe's in Newcastle after he allegedly shoplifted from the store.
When do a shoplifter who ain't got balls except for shoplifting now get killed by the police departments?
According to state police, the incident escalated when Jackson fled from detectives with the Newcastle County Governor's Task Force and members of the state police operations response team.
The man got into a getaway vehicle
which was parked behind the business, and struck an unmarked state police vehicle while attempting to flee.
State police allege Jackson then did not comply with multiple commands to stop and physically resisted when troopers tried to remove him from the car. They say troopers shot him when he continued driving in a manner that put officers in imminent danger.
There's certain contradictions. If officers were pulling him out of the car, was the car in drive? We need to know specifics as to why they felt deadly force was needed.
Jackson was the father to 3 boys, ages 5, 6, and 7. The attorney for their mother says he was homeless and shoplifted to support a drug addiction.
Mr. Jackson had no violent felonies on his record.
The family, along with the NAACP, are calling on Delaware State Police to release any unedited body-worn dash footage. Also want an outside investigation, since the officers who were involved are state agents.
The state can ask the U.S. Attorney's Office to come in and do an investigation of this particular matter, or they can ask a neighboring state, such as Pennsylvania, to Attorney General's office to come in and conduct this investigation.
Nice.
So a spokesperson with the Delaware State Police tells me that the Special Operations Response Team does not have body.
Let's see what else we got. As far as current stories going on in Philly, we're at the 10:10 mark. My show usually goes to about 10:30, but I came on a little late. I'm gonna do another story till 10:15. We're gonna do another break. I'm gonna come back at 10. I don't know. I'll come back at 10:30, and then we're gonna do our final segment, our Philadelphia bio, and I might give some sort of editorial commentary that's aggressive. So 2 more segments. We're gonna finish out. I'm gonna do 1 more story. We're gonna take a break, and we'll come back and finish up the last parts of the show. So we got. Let's see what other good stories we got here. Let's see about this Philly violence survivor they talked about. So somebody that's been hurt in Philly from all this stupid shooting nonsense is trying to do something about us. Let's check them out and let's see what they got. Now I'm noticing I'm hearing that music in the background. Turn my music off. Actually, no, the music is good because they don't put music on news reports. That's fine. Let's play. I can't explain.
For years, we've talked about all of the lives lost to gun violence in Philadelphia. But what about the survivors? And what about the loved ones of those who died?
In our new series, Beyond the Violence, NBC 10 is shining a light on gun violence victims who overcame their trauma and are now uplifting their communities. Our first story focuses on a man who dedicated his life to helping other victims after surviving a near fatal shooting at a young age. NBC 10's Ern Baskerville has his story.
Maybe like 2 feet away, I heard the gunshots.
It's not often Aronde McLean returns to the corner of Chew and Sharpnack in Germantown. That's because 23 years ago,
damn, Chew and Sharpnack, that's up the end. That's my house.
McLean once in the head outside of a restaurant here.
I know how to walk, talk, all over again. I used to be right-handed, now I'm left-handed. When I was in a coma for 7 weeks.
At a young age, photos show him wearing a protective helmet. McLean tells NBC 10 it took him 8 years to recover, and the 33-year-old is still partially paralyzed on his right side. A single bullet altered his life, but also led him down a road to giving back and standing up for gunshot survivors.
You remember the moment when you said to yourself, I'm not going to let this define me?
Yeah,
or was there a moment?
It was a moment when my last suicide attempt, I tried to commit suicide over 23 times.
23 times? He realized he's here for a reason. He died for 2 minutes and 17 seconds the day he was shot before being brought back to life.
You should have to wake up and say, I don't know when I'm going to come home.
He's since started the McLean Foundation, focused on helping gun violence survivors and their families. He also works with the Social Impact Project, meeting with 14 to 18-year-olds facing serious criminal charges from carjacking to assault with a deadly weapon.
Y'all got resources everywhere.
They have real conversations about real situations that are making a difference in teenagers like Kasim Scott Ransom. If these teens finish the program, their convictions go away.
Sometimes you need somebody to talk to. It's good to talk, just to let it out before you go out and make a different bad mistake or the same mistake that you did.
Where am I?
She left. She come back though. On this day, we followed McLean as he met with Deshaun Walker,
Reach back. I'll help you sit.
The 17-year-old was shot 10 times coming home from school earlier this year in North Philadelphia.
When I met you, I could like tell you about my story. You've been through it. You can help me with stuff. So I feel like that was like good.
They meet on the regular and talk about their shared experiences. It's one more way McClain is reaching survivors and making a difference.
Do you look forward to your meetings with him and talking? And
Yeah, I call him on like days like he off. Like, I need your advice on this. I need this. I need that.
Even my wife be like, well, you can't save the world.
Back at you and Sharpnack, McClain
it seems like the people are forced to fix the problem. Where's the government? Where's the
Survivors,
government?
we're in
We
a
got money
small group
we don't have
of
money,
club that we don't want to be alone with, but we got to help each other. And I feel like survivors need to grow, stand up, and heal the world.
A mission in Philadelphia, far from over. Aaron Baskerville, MC10 News.
Oh my. So we're gonna call that break time. I want to click on my quick. So that's the Philadelphia news section. As you can see, stuff is going crazy as always. In Philly, as mentioned, I'm experimenting with this solo format. So I'm gonna try to take a break between each segments, play videos. So we did my raps, we did the skit bags. We did comedy. We're gonna do Volo videos for this break. So Volo's gonna get the videos for this break. Because I want to try to do a different thing for each break to make it special. Shut up, YouTube. Stop being a jerk. See, YouTube's such a jerk, bro. Let me find my stuff. We're going to go to Volo. I'm going to go to my playlist for Volo stuff. Where's this stuff at? I have so many really good ones, but I don't have fair use rights, and I don't know if all these other people's are jerks. So I don't want to get in trouble. Wait, I don't have a list for Volo. I just noticed that, guys. All right, let's go to Volo's page then. One moment. I'm doing 15 minutes. There's 14 left, so I'm gonna just pick one of Volo's videos that's about 13 and change, and that should fit nicely for this segment. So the new Volo show is when he started making beats. So I gotta pick from one of these because we want to pick something that's non-copyrightable and owned. 10, 11, it's only 12 babies. 1354, that's close. All right, I think I'll go with the 1354 video.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yo, yeah. I promise to do a video every at least 3 videos a day, but I've been busy today, so I just want to throw this one together real quick. Drop some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that help people understand to achieve freedom, justice, and equality. Because that's what we're trying to do over here on the Volo television, the My Part of Town podcast. We're still trying to figure out what we're going to call this new network that we're generating, this black network of entrepreneurs like ourselves that need this media to reflect us being hip-hoppers. This hip-hop is an American culture created by us, the children of the 1960s civil rights movement. When I say children, I'm talking about as young as Claudette Colvin or Ruby Bridges. If you're familiar with their stories and you know what happened to them back in the 60s, I myself believe that hip-hop began in 1971. That's the year I was born. So that's how I reflect this culture that was given to me by my friends, family, etc. And we created it together. So that's what we about. Now we say the civil rights movement because we are talking about Malcolm X. We're talking about Martin Luther King and Stokely Carmichael, aka Kwame Ture. Now, as we go more into, I mentioned all these names before, but that's not the topic that I wanted to go over real quick with y'all today. And I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I used to do this little podcast or little quick rap or re-rap or whatever you want to call it of what we've been doing and what we've been talking about and helping people to understand this is what we need to do in order to achieve freedom, justice, and equality. I have to repeat that. What the buzzwords you hear a lot of is critical race theory. Now, what is critical race theory? You got to get the book. I'm not going to look it up right now. I'll share that again. But there's two people in particular that wrote a book called Critical Race Theories as an introduction. And you really have to read that book to understand their perspective of what they see critical race theory is. Now, I can read that book. I was tempted to just to prove the point of it being whatever it is, whether it's psychological, philosophical. I'm sure it's not epistemological, because it's, it's probably more psychological, because that's what they're doing to us. They're running psychological games and testing us like we're lab rats in order to control us. Now, those that understand that are...
Just to add a footnote, this video was pretty old when Volo made it, and I don't think he did his proper research. Critical race theory is a statistical, factual review of history and the comparison of race versus society's structural biases. Nothing more than that. It's not psychological. It's not a trick. It's people looking up the stats and saying how people were racist and then telling you about it. Critical race theory is good, but I like his intentions on this video. Let's keep it rolling. But I had to put a footnote on this. I actually had a debate with him about this. He was tripping back then. He said, all they're going to teach us is Martin Luther King. I said, why would you make something new to teach us what we already got taught? But, he was tripping. But he understands now that critical race theory is a statistical, factual review of history and nothing more than that, and not opinions or theories or logics. That's for Republicans and racists to say.
Quote unquote woke. So when they mention woke all the time, it's like they're talking about black people, and it's like yes, to a degree, yeah, they're talking about black people, but really they're talking about hip hoppers. You know what I'm saying? Because we're on a new level of understanding life and how it works. You see, we go all the way back to the pre-existence of the mathematical, the biochemical equations. We're talking about the manifestation of God, our planet Earth, air, fire, water. We're talking about the elements like we Avatar, like we the Avatar. Sorry for the clicks. We'll figure that out. And I ain't gonna do it over again. I just wanted to, drop that for you real quick. And I wanted to point out, like, I wanted to do numbers as we, Mr. C, I'm gonna be on the podcast tomorrow, and I'm gonna promote it as much as I can tomorrow. My part of town, Mr. C, Twitch gang is what we, his site, Mr. C, as MISEA, Mr. C, SEE, Twitch gang, like we a gang. And the name of the show is My Part of Town, and we record it tomorrow. And he's going to blitzcrank. He's going to start putting it on YouTube and all the other channels as much as he can to promote it. But check the hashtag on Twitter, because we've been talking about it on Twitter to let you know what times we're going to be on. Right now, we're just doing Mondays and Wednesdays. If y'all wanted to join us live, if y'all wanted to link up with us, you can do that there and search for us and just send a message and inbox us and, send a question or something you want us to talk about. I know I'm going a little bit off topic because I just wanted to share how y'all can get in touch with and what we're trying to do. Now, what we did mention at one time, and I'm not going to really rhyme on this one, was we started looking at, all right, now we're trying to build this, how we going to make this money, how money works. Now, Mr. C has the perspective of money being a Ponzi game. Now, you got to listen to him and explain that. And I'm laughing because he's trying to explain how economics is a Ponzi game to a bunch of pansies, right? They're really not socioeconomically woke yet. Like, they don't know the difference between macro and microeconomics, let alone some Ponzi scam, right? So I'm trying to explain it on a philosophical lecture. So I just started off with, all right, here's the philosophical side, here's the philosophical socioeconomics or economics or whatever you want to call it. I'm starting to develop it as epistemological economics, alliteratively. But what I mean by that is that money is time. Let's look at it logically equivalently, and then now we can analyze, all right, where we going from there, right? But it's one thing at a time. So I'm just looking at subscription numbers. Like my sub numbers is real low on this channel here. I'm only at 20 deep. All right, whoop-de-doo. I'm gonna build it. I'll find 1 or 2 more in the next week or so. And then I'll be at 40, 50 or whatever by the time, I keep practicing and keep putting it out there and keep sharing it with friends and family, and it'll grow. But what I want to show you is that when I look at sites like Anthony B. Logan, who's at 970K, that's 970,000 subs. He almost got 1 million subs. And he's basically a black Republican. Now, when I say that, he does says he's a conservative, straight up, period, right? But he does also recognize that the Republican Party is full of what he calls and what a lot of black conservatives call rhinos, meaning that they're Republican in name only. They're not really Republicans. They're not really about that life, that conservative life. You know what I mean? They're more into either rightist or leftist ideologies. They're not into America as a nation. All right. Same on the other side, but we'll get on to them later because I'm really pissed off at them right now because they controlled all 3 of the houses. And every time a black person says, well, listen, we need help. We need to close this social wealth gap. We need some kind of reparations. Our families are falling apart. We're getting divorced. Our women are getting nothing but abortions. And they're talking about, well, God gave you a choice, right? Or the one that kills me is like, oh, wait a minute. Look at my track record. Look at how I help black people, right? That's Biden the thing, right? And it's like, all right, now I turn to the left and right. My brother over here gets fired. My brother over here dies. My brother over here, like, and it's all because of the health care or whatever he should have got Obamacare. Like, they're running all these games, and then more and more information coming out about this, the vaccine or the COVID or, et cetera, et cetera. And they sitting there arguing about that. And meanwhile, we're still suffering and we're deprived and we're still, our families are breaking up and black people as we knew it from the 60s is being wiped off the face of the earth. We're now becoming African Americans like Barack Obama, who didn't know his daddy at all. So that's why I call him Barry Durham. Yes, I'm being fun, making fun of him. Not necessarily for being biracial, but being, hey, he had to choose between his mother and his father. He's going to choose his mother every time. Now, how does that help black people? Yeah, I'm getting too deep for you. But like I was saying, Anthony B. Logan's at 970,000 subs, and he's a black Republican. Yet, right? Yet, he's doing great. Then I look at Jason Whitlock, who's actually should be more popular than him, because he was on the sports stations and all that, and he does man talk too. And nor does he doesn't say that he's a Republican. He says he's independent. But he's only sitting at 224,000 subs. And what's hurting him is the fact that he says that he's Christian and it's about putting Christianity first. See, Anthony B. Logan doesn't say Christianity first. Anthony B. Logan says, I got my rifle, I got my Bible, and I got my American flag. That's the black conservative way he's saying, right? Whereas Jason Whitlock is saying, I'm Christianity first. I'm about God, that my God being first. And I think that hurts him more than helping him. And that's just ironic to me, right? And then I have others. I have Professional Black's Truth was only at 117,000. But I'm gonna talk more and more about their subs and what they be talking about and how aggressive they are, or who they put first, whether it's God first or Professor Black Truth would say he's black first. And we do have our own people looking at Professor Black Truth saying he's a black supremacist. Like, what? And then looking at Anthony B. Logan saying he's a sellout. Like, what? We really have some issues going on. So that's why I laugh at when my brothers go, critical race theory. And then I say, well, you do have to analyze it as black critical race theory and white critical race theory, and it's like, no, you trying to separate it. You're part of the problem. Like, no, I'm just part of the solution. It's just that you don't want to look at, Booker T. Washington, Carter G. Woodson, all the great orators back of the early 1900s, late 1800s, 1850, beyond 1850 and stuff. Frederick Douglass, the ones that actually was writing quote unquote critical race theory, what black critical race theory was back then, and why we're still being affected by death, divorce, abortions, destruction of our neighborhoods. And we keep looking at these Democrats as to help us, when the last thing that the great Martin Luther King said was, it's going to take billions to rebuild these communities, to rebuild our families. And they keep turning their back on us. So, but I'm going to end it on that note, just giving y'all something to think about. This is real hip hop right here, not that watered down stuff, right? Check out the Hip Hop Alliance. That's one of our new unions that we're gonna be working on for artists. Check out the people that were saying check out their websites. Don't just get caught up in listening to 3, 6, and 10 CBS, because you'll start seeing the CBS, even Fox. Don't get caught up in Fox. Y'all tell me I'm caught up in Fox. Like, nah. I'm not registered Republican or Democrat. I am also, quote unquote, independent. That's what I'm registered as. So the preliminaries when it comes to Trump versus DeSantis, I can't vote. And I'm not registering to vote for Republican. It's whoever wins. You know what I mean? But then come November, when it's time to vote between a Democrat and whoever else I want to vote for, I'm not voting for them Democrats. Not until they recognize that, even though they're getting all our support, that's what Malcolm X said famously, right? Keep voting for them. They control 3/3 of the government. They keep telling you they're going to help you. And not only are you a chump for voting for them every time, not only are you a chump, but you're a traitor to your race. Look it up. Stop crying. Let's build one God. That is.
Right, and we are back for our last segment of the show, which I'm going to not take another break for. We're going to do our Philly bio of the week, which is Miss Veronica Hamel. We're going to check her out. Also, I finished my chicken. So I did this so I don't get the hot sauce on me. So I put the hot sauce on it, but I put this under so I don't get hot sauce on me. But this is my air fried chicken that I did. I use flour. So you see it's kind of pale. The way that you get air fried chicken with flour to have this burn like this, you have to put some sort of oil, vegetable oil, canola oil. So after you dip it in flour it, before you fry it, you got to put vegetable oil on the outside. So the oil mixes with the flour and makes it brown. Your other option is what I ran out of. Use cornmeal. You don't have to do anything to cornmeal, and cornmeal comes out crusty and hard, just like real chicken. It's little pieces fall off, but it's still just like real fried chicken. If you ever make air fryer fried chicken, this is the best I could do with flour, but if I had cornmeal, I'm talking better than your grandma. And as one. And good and regular. So like that. I'm celebrating because that chicken is fire. God damn. You like me with my chest open like I'm a pimp, like I got my hat on. I put my babies on the street until they feet hit the heat, and they better bring me my money because I need it to get meat. See, I make a great pimp. Anyway, we're going to do our final sections. Once again, the Philly Bio of the Week, Miss Veronica Hamel. I'm going to do my Mr. C editorial because a young comedian that is recently moved to LA named Jalen Bassaway, he told me I should be more aggressive. So we're going to do the editorial, then we're going to do the Philly Bio. So what should we do for the editorial? We'll talk about Philadelphia crime and how to resolve it. Okay? So you notice how I played the news earlier. All the shootings, the crime, the madness. Young kids are doing this violence. They're listening to the rap music. They're shooting each other with the switches. All these guns, right? Well, I will tell you. Some people will just say, it's the parents' fault. And yes, it is. The parents are failing. Because I know for a fact that most of these kids' parents used to listen to gangster rap. And their children listen to gangster rap. And they're like, oh my God, I don't know why my son likes guns. Might be the gangster rap. Secondarily, there's not fathers in the home anymore. Philadelphia is a majority black city, if you didn't know. Even though it's only, I think we're only 40% of the city, we're still the majority. And the Puerto Ricans are the rest of the black people. They just don't know it. But we have a 70% out of wedlock rate. And this is the Carl Mr. C editorial portion of the show. So YouTube, because you know YouTube will chop your stuff up with you if you really tell them this. Again, this is the Carl Mr. C editorial portion of the show where I give my personal opinion. My opinion does not reflect the opinions of Cat-Poop Crazy Carl, the Skit Bags, or Mr. C Twitch Gang. Now I do run all those pages, and it is me, but it does not reflect my opinion. Don't you judge me. But parents, start paying attention to your kids' music. Get them listening to conscious music. If your kid is listening to garbage, if you as a parent, forget the kids. If you as a parent are listening to trash when you work out, oh, I like to work out to gangster music. I like to work out to that thug stuff. You're not a thug. You don't want your child to be a thug. So why are you working out the thug music? Oh, I like to party to music about sex and drugs and killing people. You don't like sex and drugs and killing people. So why are you partying to it? And then why do you not understand why your children are making a worse version of it? Because, you know, children always take it to the next level. So I blame the parents about 50%. The other portion of what's wrong with Philadelphia and most of America, we have moved manufacturing out the country. I blame Bill Clinton for this because of NAFTA. He made the National American Treaty shit where they can move companies to Canada and Mexico, pay them cheaper prices, and leave us without $20 an hour jobs. And that's why you can't buy a house right now because of Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton also made the communications bill, which unified all radios and TV stations. So before that, they didn't want you to own too many stations so you could not control people's minds. Bill Clinton made it so one person could own every radio station in the country. Bill Clinton is the devil, and his wife is the devil's vagina. But that's a whole nother story. What else did Bill Clinton do? He helped with the crime bills with Joe Biden. You're president now. Joe Biden helped with the crime bills. And you know who asked him to make the crime bills? Black people. Black people asked Bill Clinton and Joe Biden to make crime bills that put us in jail for years over crack instead of coke. I know white guys right now that can get caught with a kilo of coke. They'll be in there for 15 minutes and go home. And the cops will be like, sorry, sir, we interrupted your party. But thanks to Bill Clinton and Joe Biden, your president right now, you better not have no gangster shit going on. They'll put you in jail for the rest of your life and never let you out. And that's why these Philly kids are fucked up. They have no dad because they're locked up from the 90s crime bills. Their mother is damaged and crazy because she thinks she's strong and beautiful, but You smack her in the face with a brick. Next thing you know, she's looking for me to help her. Brick gang. Brick City. Welcome to Brick City. So I think anything else I need to say about Philadelphia crime? Yes, we need manufacturing back. We need to build businesses in America. We need black people to become police officers so people like that Delaware shooting don't happen anymore. More black police officers. More black politicians that care about running for different things. And I think that's the end of the Mississippi editorial of the day. Shout out to Jay Bassaway, who told me to start talking shit. I hope YouTube cuts this up nicely. I'm also going to start using a nice app called webcut.io, which is an AI that will take these long form videos and make them into shorts and stuff for me so I look much more pejorative. So we'll see how that goes. To my homie, I'm about to pay for that shit. It better be good. Anyway, let's finish up the show. We're going to finish up at 11. I'm going to take a 5-minute break, and we're going to come back and do our Philly bio of the week for Miss Veronica Hamel. We'll take 5 minutes. You know what? We'll let Volo take us for the 5 minutes too. No. Who is else? No. Who else? We got Volo. We got me. Oh, my Cat Poop Crazy Carl. I'm going to play one of my Cat Poop Crazy videos. That's what I'll do. And we'll play that for a few minutes, and we'll come back and do our Philly bio and finish out the show. Oh, don't you guys listen to any of that? One moment. I'm looking for a 5-minute job. I got to go to my page, Cat Poop Crazy Carl, and find a 5-minuter. $5 minutes. Oh, then you know what? Let me you guys look at the page too while I search for it so you can see me Bill Wi-Fi. All right, so I'm going to my page right now to look at my shit. I got this here, but this has got to close. And I'm looking for a 5-minute video. Wait, actually 4 minutes. And here it is. Filipinos are taking over. Yeah. Hey, you guys. Welcome to Cat Poop Crazy number 20. This is what I'm going to call my Clean Cat Poop Clean comedy series. And I'm going to just do my comedy set straight up into the video camera. As though I would do them on stage. Of course, this microphone is working. Anyway, make sure you like, share, subscribe, send this out to your friends and family. I'm a goofy guy. I got a podcast that also comes on the channel on Mondays, which is called the Noodle Free Podcast, and then My Part of Town podcast on Tuesday, which is based on city life in Philly. And you can always come on the show and hit the link and talk to us, and we'll even interview you on our show. So definitely check out our podcast too. And I'm going to keep posting videos. And this is one of my new series called Cat Poop Clean Comedy, where I'm going to do my stand-up comedy sets as videos. So let's get into it. So, of course, I'm Mr. C. the Enforcer, a.k.a. Poppy Carl, the bad boy. I'm 48 years old, if you don't know, as good as I look. I'm from Philly. I've been living in Cali for a bunch of years since 2008. And now I've had these things called come to Jesus moments, right? And what's going on with them is each one of them has showed me some different things. Because I lived in a city in Philly, lived in a city in LA, and I've noticed some differences. Now, one of my Cat Poop Crazy Jesus moments was the reality that, okay, now you guys got to listen up. Everybody, white people, Latinos, Black people, you got to listen up. The Filipinos are coming. The Filipinos are coming. I'm like the guy, John Revere riding a horse. The Filipinos are coming. Now, I have a bunch of Filipino friends. Matter of fact, the lady that babysat me as a child after school when I was a latchkey kid was a Filipino lady, Miss Ching, a wonderful lady and whatnot. And I think I'm technically part Filipino, so I think that's where the hatred comes from. But I'm not sure. But basically, I got here, and there was only 1 or 2 Filipinos in Philly. I got to LA, man. Dude, every third Asian person I meet here is a Filipino. And they're deep. I'm cool with Rufio. Like, and they got like all these weird traditions, dog. Filipinos is the craziest stuff either. Number one, they name all their boys and girls with the same letter. So the one guy's name is Erwin, the other guy's name is Edwin, and Erwin, and Edwin, and Edgar, and they're all E. Just like if you know anything about Rufio, his name is Dante Bosco. His brother's name is like Dion and Dionso and Diopo and Dieta. Like they all the same letter. It's like cultish. And then, oh my God, look at them, dude. They all become nurses. How do you have an entire country become nurses? Or like actors. That's like the only two choices. Become a nurse or an actor. Actually, they become nurses first, and then they learn how to act. Being nurses, like, oh yeah, you're gonna live. They're like, oh, that's some good acting right there, and whatnot. And then, oh my God, what's the thing with the accent, right? I'm going to the board. I'm going to the board. I'm going to the house. Like that's how you know you're talking to a real Filipino old lady. If she got that B word accent, yeah, that's super Filipino. And whatnot, and they eat the egg with the live bird, all kind of weird stuff, right? So once again, now the coming Jesus moment, as I warned you guys, hey, white people, Latinos, black people, listen up. Filipinos are Latino, Asian. They work great like white people, and then they're gangster like black people. Like, I'm telling you, like once the full society finds out about Filipinos, it's over for all of us.
In a world where dry eye symptoms keep coming back, inflammation in the eye might be to blame.
Feel the ache and burn.
One man learned
Let me unmute myself. So we're back on our final segment of the show, which is about Ms. Veronica Hamel, our Philly bio of the week. I'm going to try to pull up a couple of videos to watch so you can see what she does. Then I'm going to read her Wikipedia, go over her life. And we'll get out of here on that. Let's see what we got going on here. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to, like, be a good whatever I am. Bam. And this. All right. Is that it? Philly by the week. Veronica Hamel. And she's a Philly girl. I'm looking up some videos right now so I can see if there's any. Oh, you know what? Let me hit Veronica Hamel bio. Because I like the videos I've been finding lately. That's been pretty cool. 5 fun facts, sexy rare, photo tributes. Then now. So she was on Hill Street Blues. Hey, I searched her name, my shit came up. Hey. Well, I would say 5 fun facts about her by Dave Sundstrom is going to be the best one. One moment. So we'll do this video. Sundstrum. I believe that's how it was spelled. Dave Sundstrom. I think that's how it was spelled. Sorry, Dave, if I fucked up your spelling, bro. I'm just trying to give you video credit. And this is our Philly bio, Miss Veronica Hamel. He had 5 fun facts about Veronica Hamel. And she was Joyce Davenport from TV's Hill Street Blues. This should be pretty cool. And I believe the guy's name is Dave Sundstrom. Let me get through the commercial here. Just like this. So you guys can get a big picture. Because before I was doing this, which is kind of cool. I'm going to do this when I read stuff. But when you guys watch stuff, I'm going to do it. Actually, I don't know. I'm practicing. I think this is cool for now. I mean, like this. We'll go this one up. All right, pause. So this is going to be a quick bio. He's got 5 fun facts about Veronica Hamel, who she was one of the chicks from Hill Street Blues, one of my favorite TV shows back in the day. So let's check it out. He probably has music already, but we'll see as he plays it.
Forget Perry Mason. If I ever find myself in trouble with the law, I want this lady defending me. Yep, if I ever get myself in a pickle, Joyce Davenport would be the person that I would make my one phone call to. So why would I pick Joyce over Perry or any other TV lawyer for that matter? I think it's her eyes. Not only are they striking and beautiful, but they are honest. And juries key in on that type of thing. They really do. So anyway, for 7 seasons, actress Veronica Hamel played Joyce Davenport on the Stephen Boschko crime drama Hill Street Blues. I love this TV Guide advertisement for the very first airing of the show. It really captures the irreverent spirit of that TV program. And Veronica was a big part of the show's success. Like many great television shows, the entire cast was phenomenal. Still, Veronica's work on the show was extra special, and because of that, she was nominated for an Emmy 5 times during the show's run. That's fun fact number 1. Okay, maybe it's more fact than fun. I'll try to do better with some of the other ones that I come up with. Veronica took the notoriety and fame that she got from Hill Street Blues and doubled down with a 1983 TV movie that pushed boundaries for television at the time. In the movie Sessions, Veronica played a character named Lee Churchill, who lives a double life that is unknown to her parents, her sister, and even the man that she loves. Fun fact number 2 is that at the time, Veronica was considered one of the sexiest women on TV. In fact, during that same year, 1983, Us Magazine recognized her as one of the entertainment world's best dressed. After Hill Street Blues, Veronica continued to find work. I remember roles in films like A New Life with Alan Alda and Taking Care of Business with Jim Belushi and Charles Grodin. But you know what? Let's not call those appearances fun fact number 3 because they aren't all that much fun either. Instead, let's go with this 1995 movie called Here Comes the Munsters. Yep, a little known fact and definitely a fun one is that Veronica once played that iconic character, Lily Munster. While not the best version of the Munsters, that will always be the original series from the 60s. Ms. Hamel made a darn good Lily Munster, and like pretty much everything that she's ever been in, elevated the quality of that production. At the turn of the century, you could still find Veronica on the small screen in recurring roles on shows like Third Watch and Lost. However, over the past decade, she's pretty much been missing in action. I'd like to believe that's because Veronica's made the decision to step away from the world of entertainment and focus on herself during her golden years. As much as I would have loved to have seen her continue to work, there comes a point when we all have to reprioritize our lives and focus on what truly is important. Okay, so let's see. 3 facts so far. Here are a couple more. Did you know that Veronica was considered for one of the main roles on the original Charlie's Angels TV series? It's true. Fun fact number 4 is that the producers of that show wanted Veronica to play Kelly Garrett. As much as I love Veronica, I'm glad that they ultimately landed on Jacqueline Smith for that role. And another fun but very unhealthy fact is that Veronica was featured in the very last televised cigarette commercial, which took place during an episode of The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson that aired on New Year's Eve, 1970. Wow. All right, I think that's 5. Truthfully, I could easily have come up with 5 more. Veronica's catalog of work during the 70s and 80s, well, it's pretty darn extensive. But I'll save that for a future video. Here's one final pick. You know what? No one, and I mean no one, could rock a men's collared dress shirt the way that Veronica did. She should have gotten an Emmy just for that. All right, now it's your turn. Please share your memories in the comments section. And while you're at it, I would appreciate a thumbs up. Maybe even share this video on Facebook or Twitter. And what the heck? Why not subscribe to the channel? I talk about music, movies, and television, mostly from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. You know, the good stuff. But most importantly...
All fine. So you can tell that guy has a really weird thing for Veronica. I didn't know she was a goddess like that. I do remember Hill Street Blues. I do remember that show. Doom, doom, doom. The Hill Street Blues theme was fire. They had a banging theme. Can I play the Hill Street Blues theme, or you think I'll get a strike? Let's try it. Let's see if we can play it. Let's see. I used to like the theme. We'll play 30 seconds of it. But what they say is, I'm gonna get an email, and they're like, "Your video is blocked in several countries." Like, wait, so guys in Afghanistan can't hear the Hill Street Blues theme? Okay, why are you guys being dicks? Anyway, we're gonna play a little piece of the Hill Street Blues theme song to stay within legal parameters. And you know what? And since the government wants to be, bing holes about it, jerk offs. All right, so I'm playing some. So she was on a show called Hill Street Blues, and they had one of the classic things. So you know how Cheers has a classic song? Hill Street Blues also had a classic song, and here it goes. Shout out to Bing Videos and my man Brill. Hey! I might follow this. Have some fun. Yeah. Why not, right? Let's have some fun, right? It's my show. I should be able to do whatever the fuck I want, right? Well, let me get this very useful. This is the crazy song. It's on Brill Videos. Hey, yeah. I'm chilling with Veronica, Hamel, though. You probably call me a puff flammo, yo. I like the lady because she do the bammo, yo. My man says she's a sex symbol, though. I never knew it when a young boy I get the fluid. I always do it for people that aren't even true. Catch it. That's the Hill Street Blues theme song. Classic theme song. Classic theme song. So if that got you guys warmed up, let's bring up Veronica's stuff. Let's read her out. Let me get the hell out of here. Shout out to Veronica Hamel and the Hill Street Blues theme. Now, I don't think you guys need to see it. Now, some people like to read, but I doubt people are going to read it like I'm some big time. They got to read the text on my stream. I doubt it. So I'm going to pull up the news reporter look where I'm like the professional. See, professional? I'm professional. I'm extremely professional, guys. Don't you judge me. Anyway, let me read this out to you. See what we got going on. Veronica Hamel, Philly Bio of the Week. She was born November 20th, 1943. She's an American actress and model. Like Homeboy said, she was fucking hot. She was nominated 5 times for an Emmy Award as her role as an attorney, Joyce Davenport, on Hill Street Blues. I didn't know she was an attorney. I assumed she was hot, man. Yeah, 81 to 87. She was kicking ass. Shit, she's 79. Born in Philly. She is married, but she divorced his bitch ass in 81 like she should have, right before she got the good TV show. She's like, yo, I got a TV show. I'm leaving you, nigga. I'm out. 79. I'm 47. Would I tag a 79-year-old right now? I don't know. She still looks pretty good for an old white chick. I might knock her down. She was a model. Anyway, she's the daughter of Philadelphia carpenter and housewife. Hamel graduated from Temple University. She worked as a secretary. Oh, so she was like a single mom kid. Her mom was a carpenter and a housewife. Oh, she's a housewife. So she was married. She went to Temple University, worked as a secretary. They made ironing board covers. She had a fast-selling model career discovered by Eileen Ford. So she was one of Ford models. So Joyce Davenport was one of Ford models. Eileen Ford, who eventually made Ford models. Dope. In her first film role, she played a model, which she already was, in a film called Clute. In 1971, this is 4 years before I was born, She was also in the Beyond Poseidon Adventure, which came out in 79. And When Time Ran Out in 1980. She was a model in the last cigarette commercial televised ever. I did not know that. In 1971, they played the last cigarette commercial ever. Like, get you some Virginia Slims. Smoke yourself to death. It's fun. Yeah. And that was in 1971. So you have the anti-smoking. But guys, notice, you haven't seen a cigarette commercial on TV ever. 1971. 40 years ago was the last time. And this fine Philadelphia woman, Miss Joyce Davenport, was in that commercial. Shit, we might watch that commercial. Fuck it. I'm almost done with this show. She started appearing in TV series in 1975. That was the year I was born. Great year. To start, she was on Charlie's Angels. But she declined the role for Charlie's Angels. She would have made a great little dark-haired chick that did the gun like that. Bougie bitch. Anyway, she's from Philly. They get like that. She said, I had the last cigarette commercial, so she was feeling herself. She was also found by Eileen Ford from Ford Models. Bougie bitch. You know, she was feeling herself. But shout out to her. And she's still alive at 79. If she's 79 and a former model, I'd probably still fuck her brains out. But don't you judge me. Don't you judge me. Hamel started appearing on TV series back in the day. She did a bunch of other cool shit. 88, she did some shit. She acted until 2010. And like I said, she left the bitch-ass nigga she married in 81. She probably got a baby. She was out. So her film career was Clute. She was in a movie called Cannonball, which I guess that's the original Cannonball Run movie about cars racing across the country, which is a real race. Apple Pie, Beyond the Poseidon Adventure, When Time Ran Out, A New Life. Taking Care of Business in 1990. I remember the song and this title, but I don't think I ever actually watched the movie Taking Care of Business, which is like a Jim Belushi movie. I should watch that. The Last Leprechaun. The Leprechaun. The Leprechaun. Yeah, it's a scary movie. It's weird. And Determination of Death. She was also on Kojak, The Bob Newhart Show, Switch, Starsky and Hutch, The Rockford Files, Family, 76 Park Adventure, The Gathering, Starsky and Hutch again, Eddie and the Capra Mysteries, Ski Lift to Death, Dallas. She was on Dallas. The Gathering Part 3, Ice Shed, Hustler of Muscle Beach. The Hustler of Muscle Beach. Don't get me started. Jackal and Susan's Valley of the Dolls. Hill Street Blues for 7 years. She's also on Sessions. Cain and Abel. Twist of Fate. She Said No. Stop It at Nothing. Deadly Medicine. The Baby Snatcher. The Disappearance Nora. The Conviction of Kitty Dodds. Stalkers. Shadow of Sessions. Child Cries for Help. Secrets. Here Comes the Monsters. At 95, In a Blink of an Eye, Talk to Me. Home Invasion in 97, Stranger in My Home, Touched by an Angel. In 98, The Division, The Fugitive movie, or TV show in 2001, a show called Philly. And she was on that show as a legal person. Third Watch, the fireman type shit. Lost. She was on that Lost show for 6 years. And The Bone Eater. And that's when she finished her working career. This woman was kicking ass left and right. And I'm going to tell you, when you see somebody in Hollywood with a lot of roles like that, it's because they could never really get a major role, but they could always get a side role. They could always be the cute chick. They could always be the girlfriend. They could always be the boy. You know what I mean? And so she got a million roles like that. So even when she had her TV show appearances, she was still doing side gigs. And that's pretty impressive. Shout out to Boo Bear, who is still alive, Miss Veronica Hamel, apparently single and waiting for me to dick her ass down if she's out here in LA. I will, if you look anything like this at 79, I'll break your back off, baby. Okay, so that's the end of the show. I'll give some final words. I'm Mr. Seed Enforcer, aka Poppy Carl the Bad Boy. This is Wednesday, so this weekend we have our technology show, unless I get booked for some comedy and get distracted, called Volo and Butthead's Techapalooza. which is a show about technology and all the concerns about what's going on in modern technology and in the world today. And me and Volo Syph on it. We have a Tech Lord of the Week. I believe we said it was going to be somebody like Steve Jobs. I think Steve Jobs is going to be our Tech Lord of the Week on this Saturday, Volo and Butthead show. Of course, this is the My Part of Town podcast, which is the one-day show about Philly. And if you don't know the My Part of Town, yeah, it's a song by some guys from Philly, but every time I played it, I got a copyright strike, so I can't play it anymore. On Mondays, we have Noodle Free Mondays, which is our show about people that act stupid and they have weak spines. That's why we call them noodles. We talk about them and disseminate why they do the stupid stuff they do to make us hate them. And those are our shows for the week. Also, check out anything on Mississippi Enforcement, Poppy Carter Bad Boy. Check out Skit Bags Entertainment. Check out all our old videos and stuff. Keep it going. Check out the Skit Bag Street Team, which I want to do more recent interviews. The Strict Bag Fast 5. Also, check out Cat Poop Crazy Carl, which is my comedy channel. Stand-up comedy jokes, and I'm going to do some other things on that. Also, I am running for president, so Carl for president, if you don't know, as an independent. And due to this young man, I think I'm finally going to start a fourth page I have not started yet. It's called RPP, Red Pill Politics. And basically, I'm going to get very hard takes. And I think the young guys are going to like it. So I'm going to find some time to record that. I think that might be Sundays when God is not looking. We'll figure it out. We're over 11 o'clock. You know what? I'm going to play my song and get out of here. Just to kiss my own butt, right? You got to kiss your own butt. If you don't have your own butt to kiss, what did God give it to you for?
We do politics over punani.
Love is good.
We
Life is
do
better.
education over
You better do
ecstasy.
something that's going to make you last forever,
We do
motherfucker.
literacy over linguistic ability.
Natural wanna get it as green and no plastic everywhere. A natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl. Natural wanna get it as green and no plastic everywhere. A natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl. Hey.
From the skinny to the biggie, ain't no plastic in the body. Keep that trash away from kitty. Like my ladies green the way that nature made them. Curly hair the nation, chocolate presentation. We like the ladies, litty flavored basket Robin skinny waistin'. Don't get it wrong, we even take them yellow, brown, Caucasian. Patron Dr. Umar, ain't no bunny hopping. Too far. The natural queens coming all sizes, dropping stars.
Natural wanna get it as green and no plastic everywhere. A natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl. Natural wanna get it as green and no plastic everywhere. A natural girl, a natural girl, a natural
It's going down. Black Trump in the house. Body parts soft, clean, jean pillows popping. Tasty water flows, nappy heads steady rocking. Where your man at? Well, I'm here now. All that big chat, it ain't here now. Protection in the building, family beat the drilling. Cooking for the kids and get me piece of bacon dealing. My trusted counsel when I get my piece of bacon building. Keep the family diet clean. I need a
natural wanna get it as green and no plastic everywhere. A natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl. Natural wanna get it as green and no plastic everywhere. A natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl. Hey.
We do murder over money, and we do righteousness over your activity. I need a natural girl. A Big Papa Africa.